Hi, this is my video reflection for my week 3 of my field experience. For this week, I spent 2 days in the 2-year kindergarten here at Parkview Elementary School in Dillon. Some things that I really noticed were there's a variety of kids and they're all at different learning levels in the 2-year kindergarten. And what the teacher had me doing for their math was we played a game called Flip It, Make It, Build It, and they were working on, we started out with 0 to 10, and they'd have to draw a random card, flip it over, and let's say if it had the number 8 on it, they had to use plastic chips to make the number 8, and then they used blocks to build the number 8. So with this, the first day I was there, one of the students that was in my group, she was behind. It looked like she had she wasn't real hands-on with stuff, so I had to work with her one-on-one to get her to understand what she was supposed to be doing. She didn't know her numbers very well, but she also came from a family where they didn't really speak English at home, so she was struggling with that, so she was the English language learner in the classroom. With the other group that I had today, she said that I had the hardest group because you had 2 that were really low, 1 that was in the middle, and then 1 that was very proficient in it. So the one of the students that was having a harder time with the game, I had to sit there and I had to help him, and I told him, okay, let's say you got the number 1. How many chips do you need to make 1? And he got the 1, but then when we had to build it, he just added on to the previous blocks of the numbers that he had built, not understanding that he had to only represent 1 block. And then the one boy who was really really into this, we gave him 0 to 20, so he had to work with higher numbers than other kids in my group were working with, and he flew through it. He was really good at his numbers. Throughout the whole class, you can see I had diversity in the learning and the culture of the classroom. She tries to make it so that all the students don't feel left out. They are all welcome. She does this thing in the morning where they have a half hour or so to transfer into the classroom because she read an article about how students need time to transfer from home to classroom when they're younger. So they get this work/play time where they do this calendar thing where they put the date and then they have to draw whatever number it says. Like today was number 3, so they had to draw 3 things to represent 3. And then they get to go into their specific groups and play and that. And I really liked the way she set up her classroom. The students knew what their routine was. It's not a sporadic type thing of the teacher not knowing what she's doing. So they were really excited that we were there and helping them because it was something different. And I'm intrigued to see how these kids react next year when she gets in more students, because she said next year she's supposed to be having around 20 kids or so. So I'm really interested to maybe go back and see next year what their reaction is to having these different kids in their class, if it's going to be different, if it's going to be the same, or how it's going to affect their learning. It is a really cool thing that she's doing, and I really liked it, and I hope to maybe influence that into some other schools in different towns, because it's a really interesting thing that she's doing.